Hey, you know what we're making today?
Grilled pizza.
Grilled pizza 2 ways.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Shaylin and you're watching Cooking with the Robinsons. We cook everyday meals for our family and friends and put them on video so that you can make them for yours. So today, again, we're making grilled pizza 2 ways. And I'm gonna start with the dough. Now, how you make this yeast is, this is instant yeast, and so you're gonna wanna have your temperature to 120 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. And all I did was put water in the microwave until it got to that, and then I added this yeast and sugar, stirred it up, and let it sit for 10 minutes. And there you have it. So I'm gonna add this yeast that I've made to this flour mixture. Now this flour is just plain flour, and I've used bread flour. Now bread flour on this type of pizza makes it, if you like the kind of crusty, crunchy pizza, you're gonna get that with that. So with this bread flour, I'm just gonna add some salt and this yeast. Now add this yeast to it, mix it in. And as always, look below for all the ingredients, and you'll also want to add some olive oil to the mixture. And that's it. Just mix that together, and you'll see as you do this, it's going to take a while. Now you could do this in a mixer if you'd like. I've done that before, but today I just wanted to do it by hand. I'm also doubling the recipe. So again, you may look and see on this video, but I'm doubling what I'm gonna write below as for 2 pizzas. We're making 4 pizzas tonight for our family, and it's gonna be amazing. Go ahead and mix that up until you see that it's getting a little tough to mix with a spoon. And once it gets to that consistency, what I like to do is set it aside, take out some additional flour, and put it on that cutting board, and then just go ahead and add what you have together on that cutting board, and we're going to start kneading. Again, this is a lot of dough. We're kind of doubling the recipe here. I'm going to go ahead and knead this dough, adding some additional flour as needed for about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so this is done. And as you can see, the texture that you're gonna want is whenever you're pulling down on it, just make sure you want to have a tackiness to it, but you don't want it to be where it's gonna be pulling away and sticking to your hands. So that's perfect right there. Just put it in a ball, and I like to take some olive oil, put it at the bottom of a large bowl. Now this dough, as it's sitting in this bowl, is going to rise twice its size. So make sure and get that oil all around the sides, and what you're gonna wanna do is make sure it goes up the sides as well. And go ahead and put this beautiful piece of hard worked, it's been about 10 minutes and I'm probably sweating right now. It was a good little workout, this dough, and put it in there, and you might wanna just kind of mix it around a little bit to make sure that oil gets all up on those sides. Because as this rises, you're gonna want the oil up on the sides. And then, I've said this before when I did my bagel, which by the way, if you haven't seen the bagel video, check it out. It was delicious, everything bagel. But this was kind of my technique, super technical. I go ahead and put my dough in the bowl, and then I cover it with a damp towel. Now I'm gonna put this in a dark room, which is my utility room, and turn on my dryer, and that's gonna make the perfect temperature. I'm gonna leave it in there for an hour and come back, and it's ready to cut it up and make it in the rounds. so the girls have woken up from their nap and this dough is done. So let's look at the final product here. 4 beautiful amounts of dough that we're gonna make into some amazing pizza. I cannot wait. So what you're gonna wanna do is get some flour, just a little bit. Put it on your drain board, or as my husband likes to call it, the what do you call it? Countertop.
Like the rest of the world?
Oh, we have an ongoing fight about what it's called. And then go ahead and just put your dough on it. You're gonna wanna level it out just a little bit. And I like to use just a good old rolling pin. Put some dough on your rolling pin. And you can be fancy if you know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, but you know, some people like to throw it up in the air, make it look really fancy. That's probably the best way. They say that's the best way to do it because it evens it out all the way. And what I really like about this homemade pizza crust is it just looks so organic. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, and that's kind of fun. I like that. I like to have the uniqueness of each pizza, that they're not one and the same. And that's about it. Go ahead and roll it out to where you like it. Now, if you like to have a little edge on the sides, you can do this and just kind of stick your fingers on it where you kind of have a little more of an edge that you don't touch on each of the sides. And that'll puff up just a little bit more than it will the other inside of the pizza that you're kind of making little dimples in there.
Crust.
Making a little bit of crust. And we're gonna have some really good olive oil and some herbs and some salt that we're gonna put on that crust. It is gonna be absolutely delicious. So obviously this is one of 4. We're gonna have the girls come downstairs and help us put the toppings on top and then put it out on the grill.
Okay, so here we are. It's the fun part of building the pizzas. Is this gonna be fun?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, cool. Let me show you what we've done. So, Mommy and I have put the dough on 2 pizza peels that we have, and here's the important part to know. We put a little bit of cornmeal under there so that when you go to slide your pizza off onto the grill, it slides from side to side. That's important to know. Another thing that's important to know is you don't want to over ingredient your pizza. Don't overdo it. You're grilling them, let the pizza dough and the ingredients speak for themselves, and don't feel like you have to put a million things on there. Are y'all ready to do this?
Yeah!
Yeah? Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do, we got a barbecue pizza over here, and we're gonna do barbecue with red onions and chicken. Does that sound good to you? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
You just want the cheese pizza, don't you?
I love purple onions.
Oh, you do love purple onions. Okay, well good. We're doing a cheese pizza over here for the girls with some red sauce.
I love purple onions.
You do too. Okay, well good. Let me show you how this goes, girls. And then I'll let you help me with it a little bit. This is Dad's favorite Mildly Wild. It's not a commercial or anything. If you want, I can put a link below because this is the best barbecue sauce in the world. Now, I can't find it at most grocery stores, but Mildly Wild is my favorite. So I'm gonna put some of this on here like this. Whoop, there it is right there. See that? You don't wanna over sauce it.
Wow, look.
Isn't that pretty? Yeah, it looks like a barbecue cinnamon roll or something like that, right? Now watch, Kari.
So good.
Take your spoon and smooth it out. Leave some space around the edges for the crust. Look at that. Ooh.
I can do this.
Well, I'm gonna help you. Just a little bit. Yeah, I know you can do it by yourself. So what we're gonna do is continue to build these pizzas and create something awesome. Put whatever ingredients you want onto your pizza. And we're gonna grill this 2 ways because I have a special attachment that maybe not everyone has, but I want you to know that you can grill a pizza on anything. It's doable, so I'm doing it 2 ways so you know exactly how to do it. You can do the cheese. All right, stay tuned, guys. Okay, so the first way I'm gonna do the pizza is using this Weber Kettle 22-inch grill. I'm gonna get some charcoal going in a C shape on the back side of this grill and throw some oak on top of it. I'm gonna add my Kettle pizza attachment. Then I'll place the pizza stone inside the grill, put the lid on it, and get it up to temperature, probably somewhere between 500 and 700 degrees and ready to grill. I'll put the pizza inside that hot grill, spinning it every 1 to 2 minutes just to make sure that it's cooked evenly on all sides. I really love cooking with this Kettle pizza attachment. It comes out great every time, and that crust and the cheese gets melted just perfectly, and it's delicious. But I don't want you to think that this is the only way that you can do it. Look how great this does come out. When I pull it out of the oven, it's gonna look awesome, but there is another way to do it, and that is directly onto the grill. And if that's all you've got, I'm gonna show you how to do that coming up next. Look at this, we take this pizza crust, throw it right onto the grill grate. You're gonna think that's gonna stick. No, it won't. I'll show you with a spatula, I'll give it a little lift, and there it is, that pizza will come up. I'll take it and I'll flip it over. Look at that, so simple. Look at the color on that crust. It's ready to put some great ingredients on. I'm gonna take it inside and put some cheese, chicken, and olives on this pizza, and it's gonna come out great. All I do is take it, put it on a cold pizza stone, put it back onto the grill with cheese on top, place the lid back on the pizza with just enough time to melt that cheese, and it will come out great and ready to go. And I'll lift this off here, put it back on my pizza peel, take it inside, and we are ready to eat. It is gonna be delicious. Just look at that pizza. Okay, so we've got all our pizzas done. I want to do it 2 ways so you would know how easy it is to do it on whatever grill you've got. You can throw the pizza dough right on it. Not a big deal. So anyway, what do we got here, guys? Are y'all excited?
Cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza, would you like a slice?
Yeah.
You want to taste one and let everybody know how good it is? Oh man, see what you think there. Is it delicious? Now this is Mommy's. This is the one that I did right on the grill, and it's got her green olives and her black olives and everything. Let me see on that, Jace. Great.
Cheers.
You want to cheers pizzas?
Cheers.
Delicious. Look at the underside of that. Got good grill marks, good crispy crust, even though we had to wait just a bit to taste it, so we cook all of them for you. Here is my barbecue chicken. Awesome. Whatever you want to do. What? No, I'll try it in a minute. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to put on these pizzas, I'm telling you, whether it's a Kettle pizza or it's the Weber Kettle, it's your gas grill, it'll work. Just do it the way that I showed you. It's going to be delicious every time, right, girls? What should we tell them to do? Subscribe. We'd love for you to be part of our family, so if you could subscribe and push that bell notification to get alerted anytime we cook another amazing video. Thanks, guys.